Philanthropy is the desire to promote the welfare of others by the generous donation of money. The Australian Government is committed to providing $5 million to a new fund to attract philanthropic donations towards schools in need. We spoke to the Hon Kelvin Thomson, Parliamentary Secretary for Education in the Federal Government, about the foundation and how it will work.
The purpose of the foundation is to address the legitimate aspiration of disadvantaged schools to have the opportunity to engage and attract support from philanthropists and from the private sector. The review of funding for schooling, carried out by David Gonski, looked at all the forms of support that schools receive, including the support received from the philanthropic sector, and the review identified some barriers to philanthropic giving to schools. It recommended that the Australian Government create a fund to provide national leadership in philanthropy and schooling and to support schools in need of assistance to develop philanthropic partnerships. Currently, we're aware through a national survey of schools that 47% of schools have no fund set up for fundraising purposes. So what we're looking for here is a national mechanism through which donors can contribute to school education and support students facing disadvantage. This is a fund which will enable philanthropic partnerships between people who want to donate, and we know that there are plenty of people who do, and those schools which are facing disadvantage and where students are entitled to receive this form of support. It'll provide that national mechanism. It'll fill that gap where presently so many schools don't have a funding mechanism through which they can receive philanthropic donations. So we think that this sort of partnership will be useful. The fund will be able to back schools with guidance and practical support as they seek philanthropic donations and partnerships. Yes, there are still a few administrative processes to go through before the fund is fully set up and running. We expect that they will be sorted out soon so that the schools in need can start to reap the benefits. To date, the stakeholders have got together and formed a non-profit company to manage the fund. Mr Michael Trail from Social Ventures Australia is the acting chair, and along with Social Ventures Australia, the company has some other well-known founding members, including the Smith family and Philanthropy Australia. So these organisations are represented on the interim board of the company, and we're working with key non-profit organisations with wide experience in education and philanthropy areas to establish the fund.
Keen to be involved? For more information, you can contact the Parliamentary Secretary for Education, the Hon Kelvin Thomson, on 03 9350 5777.